Hello, I'm Sherry. Hello, friends. I know a lot of my friends are here. I'm normally your makeup girl. Today I'm your Mahjong girl, and I couldn't be more thrilled. I am obsessed. If you follow me on the socials, you know I'm obsessed with Mahjong. I'm obsessed with the tiles. Just quickly, just like we don't ask how old a woman is or how much she weighs, we don't ask how many sets of tiles she owns because it's none of your business. But also, I'm so happy to share because we could play together. I truly thought that Mahjong was going to be too hard for me to learn. I tried to learn it through YouTube. I love YouTube. Tried to learn it, couldn't. My sister tried to learn it. I thought if I can't, she can. She's 6 years younger. Couldn't. Took a class. Now I understand. And I think there are certain things. These are from Oh My Mahjong, by the way. If you comment link, I'll send you links to all the stuff that you'll see here today. But I think there are certain things that make it seem harder than it really is. And I don't know if people, Miss Kathy, hello. I cannot wait to see the tiles that you got. Look at these. These are from Oh My Mahjong. They're called Glow Wild. This is the Enchanted Mat from Oh My Mahjong. And it's just got 1,000 colors in it. And so it goes with everything. This over here is what I like to keep my tiles in. And then I get little tiny scarves from Amazon. That's from Amazon too. But there's some that are super cheap and flimsy, not good. This is a good one. So again, I'll send you the links, but yours are generic. That's okay, girl, that is okay, all right? The important thing is that you're playing. Now, we're gonna play solitaire today. Look at this. This is a board from Solomage, but also my sister makes these. So if you would like, hers are not scalloped though. I don't know if she can make scalloped ones. I can ask, but she can also make them in pretty much any color combination that you would like. Look at this. This one was gifted to me from Solomage, which is so sweet. Everything else here I bought myself, but I was gifted this. So, and I have my emotional support Diet Coke. Not like I need it, because this is all the emotional support I need. Now, some people ask, why do you need a lamp? Because it's nicely lit. The lighting is fine. Even when we play at the dining room table, we have a little lamp because I don't know if you probably can't tell online here, but it gives an extra, little bit of glow to the table that just makes everything so much easier to read. Now, I put these out on the table, I said this when I thought I was live, but then I wasn't. I just got this rack bag. I have several rack bags from different companies. This one is from My Fair Mahjong. It is the nicest bag that I have ever seen. It is so thick. It's twice as thick as even my second nicest bag. It's got the dividers. Everything's velvet. It's got the dividers so that your racks don't clank into each other. It's even got a middle pocket to store your pushers, because what I was saying when I thought I was live was that, hold on, where did I put it? Okay, so I got the clear racks. Okay. Here we go. I got the clear racks, okay, with the magnetic pushers. I like these because I've played on some with magnetic pushers before where it's so, the magnet is so strong that it's so hard to get it unattached, and then you knock over your tiles if you're playing with walls, okay? We'll get into all that later. This one, just enough, not too much. Like it comes off, easy enough. And it has a center magnet. Some of them only have 2 magnets. And so that puts some stress on the middle, and yeah, you want 3 magnets. But the beautiful thing, My Fair Mahjong racks, you're gonna be like, oh my God, those are really expensive. I have Amazon acrylic ones. They're great. They were perfect. They work just fine. This is next level. Like next level. It's weighted, it's heavy, it's really thick. But what I love is that you can change out the pushers. So when you buy a rack, it comes with these flat pushers. But then, please hold. Look at that. I bought the scalloped pushers in the tortoise, and then they match. Stop it, they match. Oh, I'm bringing these to Maj tonight. So that's what I will be playing on. Now, oh, there's my other rack. Okay, let me put this away. And then we will get to it. First of all, let's start off the festivities, friends, with our fridge sig. Let the games begin. Happy Friday. Okay, hold on. This is how I do. Hold on. See? I know, it looks stupid, but it works. So here's what we do. I gotta flip you around. Whoop, oh, hold on. Oh, perfect. Okay. I'll flip you around. And now let me tell you, for solo maj, now I've just put this out just so y'all can see, but for solo maj, you really, move my Coke. This is what I love about it, because you can sit in your chair, get a little TV tray to set up for your maj, solo maj, and then you just pull them out of a bag, okay? So, sorry, this isn't a video where I can just stop it, do this, and then, so we'll just talk. Yes, it's all cool stuff, Kathy, and then, then you need the accessories and all of that. Do yours have the traditional Chinese characters on them, or do they have, like, a little more modern things? The Chinese, the traditional ones, for me, were a little bit, well, you can see the mat better now. For me, they're a little bit harder to play on. I can still play on them, but sometimes I'm like, okay, what is this? Like, what is this character? What does that mean? And all of that. With these, I feel like, okay, I should go over this before I put them all away. But like, here are your dots. These are your, okay. Now, this is something that kind of aggravates me about American Mahjong when you go to learn. They're like, okay, these are BAMs. And I'm like, okay, I got to remember those are BAMs. And then these are cracks. Okay, I got to remember that. Like, that's a weird name. Like, why is it that? Well, they're nicknames. BAM, because it's bamboo. This is a Chinese character. It actually means, well, there's another symbol that sometimes is below that means 1,000. So this would be like 2,000, 3,000. But for this, it's just 2, 3, whatever, all the numbers. So, oops. So instead of saying characters, they call them cracks. Instead of saying bamboo, they call them BAMs. I feel like when you're learning something, like, save the nicknames. Save the nicknames for later, please. I don't need to know the nicknames right now. See, there's a 5. 5 crack. But once they explained it, I'm like, okay, well, duh, that makes sense. See, there you go, 9. And the dots are just dots. But then that made more sense to me. I'm not really sure, but I recognize. Oh, well, very good. Okay. And, in traditional, I have a set of traditional. I think everybody should have a set of traditional. So for this set, and one reason that I love Oh My Mahjong, this is the name right. Where is it? It's here on the mat somewhere. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Usually she puts her little symbol on the mat, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh My Mahjong. One reason I like all of her tiles is that they stay pretty traditional. So that's your red dragon, even though he's pink. The green one. And it'll say crack and bam. Now, some people get their panties all in a twitch over, it shouldn't say crack because it's not a crack dragon. It's a red dragon for the cracks or a green dragon for the bams. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I am 3rd generation. Don't care. Okay. These are the wins. This is your white dragon or soap. And the one way I always remember it is the dots look like bubbles. Is that focusing enough on that for you? No, it's not. Hold on. Are we doing it? There we go. Anyway, bubbles, and that's your soap. Okay. What does this say? It's so funny. It says, add a Q&A sticker. Have a favorite plant? Oh my gosh. Okay, I can try it. Have a favorite plant? No, I don't want that. I'm going to say, have you played Mahjong? And I should have said American Mahjong, but anyway, I'll put it right there. How fun. Okay, no, it's in the way. Go away. Okay, it's gone. Anyway, bubbles, soap. Jokers. That's what the jokers look like. Let me think. Is there anything else in here that I forgot? Oh, the flowers. So these are the only thing. There's your one bamboo bird. It's always a bird because Mahjong means sparrow. I believe it's sparrow, because they say that this sound sounds like the chirping of a sparrow. I don't know. I don't make it up. I just report the news. This is one of the flowers that has like a little pagoda. I always tell people with this set, if you see something and you're like, wow, that's really crazy. Well, then it's probably a flower. Let me see. Well, we'll have other flowers pop out, but here's the beauty of the of the solo. You don't have to have this whole table set up. I just did it for funsies. You could, I watch my Dodgers. I have my solo board. I have my rack. I have my tiles that I'll, whatever, today I can keep them sitting here, but usually it's in my lap. And then I have my, oh, this one, sorry, American National Mahjong League card, okay? Now, if you're new to Mahjong and this all looks crazy, it's because it is. No. I know it looks like a lot, but the thing to focus on in the beginning is when you pull your tiles, you're trying to create hands. And I would compare it to like, in poker, you want a full house, you want, I don't know, three of a kind, you want whatever. That's what you're trying to create. And these are all the different hands that you can create with this card. But more importantly, focus on the sections, okay? If you have a lot of winds and dragons, then you want to focus on this section and see if you can't create something here. If you have 3, 6, 9, I avoid this one like the plague, because for singles and pairs, you can't call a tile, you can't use a joker. I have no use for that. No, not at this point in my journey. Consecutive run, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Any like numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then every year there's a for the year 2026. Now, there are no 0 tiles, but that you use soap. This one is considered a 0 when you're doing 2026. Okay, just keep in mind anytime there's a pair, or if there's a single. So for example, on 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, see this? 1, 1, that's a pair. 3, 5, 7, 9. Those are singles. Those are one of a number. It has to be 3 of a number or more to be able to use a joker. So if you're just starting out, let me just give you a tip. If you're playing Mahjong with other people, always go for hands that have, like look at this first one. Those are all, right? Okay. No, but that's a pair. Yeah. I would go for hands that have, this one, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. And the most important thing is what it says in the parentheses. Don't just look at these. You got to read what it says in the parentheses, because sometimes it'll say these numbers only. But sometimes it'll say, and it's because of my eyesight, I have to look, but like this one is any 1 or 2 suits, any 4 consecutive numbers. So it doesn't have to be these numbers. This will show you that there's 2 different suits, but this doesn't mean that green has to be bamboo and red has to be the cracks. It doesn't mean that. It just means they have to be different. Just like down here, There's 3 colors. It doesn't matter which is what. This could be soap. This could be dots. This could be cracks. This could be bams. It doesn't matter. You hear Bella. There she is. Where's Bella? The only time that it has to be, like it has to match, is something like, hold on, I have to like do my eyes. Okay, well this one says 2, 2, 2, dragons. So the dragons have to match the 2s. These dragons have to match the 8s. Any 2 suits, doesn't matter, with matching dragons, but these numbers only 8s, only 2s. But there's some where where the dragon has to match. Let me show, okay, look at this, not the dragon, but okay. See this? So this is any 1 or 2 suits. Okay, you're using all the numbers because these are, all the odd numbers. But your 1s and your 9s have to be the same suit. Your 3s, 5s, and 7s have to be the same suit. Okay, so if you ever see a hand like that where there's, green in the beginning, like here, this number and this number have to be the same suit. This number has to match the dragons. Okay? Okay. So this is what we do. So I'm all shuffled up. I'm going to pull 13 tiles. Tell you you know what I might do next time is just set this up over my shoulder because my eyesight is struggling and I'm having to look around the phone. Maybe I can do that. Okay, wait. Maybe that would be, I don't know. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to do a lot of counting in this game because you're going to forget how many tiles you have. 7, 8, 9. I group them together. That's, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll get 2 more. Okay. And a 7. Okay. All right. Now, sorry. Please hold. Sorry. All right, we're back. So I have a flower. I always put the flowers on the outside, the winds. I don't know why I just put those out here. Okay. And then you just take a look at the tiles that you have. Okay, I've got odd numbers here, odd, but then even numbers here and an even, but then I've got odds, evens. It's like 50-50. You can count too, like 1, 2, 3, counting my evens, 4, 5. But for odds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I don't have a ton of wins and I don't have a ton of dragons. So now I don't know how, I think there's just many ways to play, and I'm going to show you. In fact, my friends and I accidentally looked at that. My friends and I play this way instead of the traditional, like where you build towers. Where you build the big wall and push it out. We like to play messy Mahjong, where you throw all the tiles in the middle like this. They're all in there, and then everybody pulls their tiles, and then we create these little towers. Okay, so let's tilt that so that I can't see inside. All right, so doing the Charleston, this is your right over left, left over right, and then this is your optional 3. I don't really have to do them this way because I can just pull, like watch, let's just do it like this. I can pull 3 from my right, okay? So this would be, normally I would pass 3 tiles to the person on my right, and so the person on my left would pass me 3 tiles. So let's pretend she just passed me these 3 tiles. So I take a look at them. Ooh, okay, now I'm getting more into the odd situation. There, oh, okay, all right. I'm already seeing it shape up kind of nicely. Now I have to discard 3. I am going to, I don't know. see, a lot of people discard their wins right away. But if you know that, then you're probably going to get a lot of wins from other people if you're playing with a group. But in this case, I think I already know. I think I'm going to start getting rid of the evens here. And you also want to watch what you're, like if you're playing with other people, you want to watch what you're passing to them. If you're playing solo, you don't have to worry. But like, I don't know that I would necessarily want to pass this to somebody, because if they're doing evens, like I've just handed them 2 evens in the same suit. And you don't want to hand them a pair or anything like that. Since this is solo, it doesn't really matter. And I realize right now I have a 2 in each suit. So I think just for a sec, I'm going to hang on to that one. I'm going to pass my north. I'm going to pass my 6. And I'm going to pass an 8. Bam. Okay. That's what I'm passing to the right. Now, I'm going to draw. And if you have them set up like this in front of you, I mean, that's just an idea. Like you could have all 7 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could have all 7 sections stacked up here, but I don't want to confuse the issue. I started going into one direction. Now I'm going another. I'm going to draw 3 more. Okay. Cause this will be what I'm being passed next. Okay. Oh, I have another soap and I have another 5 and I have a 1. Okay. This hand here, that is 1, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. This is a favorite of mine. And I want to show you any 2 suits, what does it say? Pair any odd number Kongs and match a pair. 4 of a kind is a Kong, okay? So you don't have to do these numbers only, because it doesn't say that. It's whatever you have doubles of. So for example, I have 1, 3, 3, 5, 7. All I need is a 9 crack, okay? So that would mean I would need 4 3s in the dots and 4 3s in the bams if I did this. I already have a pair of 5 dots, so if I could get another 5 crack, I could get rid of that one. I don't know. So I'm going to go, but I'm going to go odds. And look at that. I've got 1, 5, 5, 7. Well, that's an 8. I don't need that one. Again, I would not pass these to a person, but in solo, I'm okay passing them. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of those. I'm going to grab 3 more because I've just made my decision. I'm going to go odds. Now, you don't have to pick a specific line. What my teacher had said is that pick your section. So I believe I'm going to go here. If I just gave away this too, but I was going to say you could also still do like consecutive run. You know, if I end up pulling and I'm not getting a lot of odds but I got like a 4, I'd have a 3, 4, 5. You know, you could kind of do it that way, but let's see what I got. Oh, see, I got my 9. Okay. Now I got a north wind and I got a 6 bam. I don't really want the 6 bam and I don't want that one. So I still have those double 5s. I don't want to let go of that because if I get a 3 and a 9, but then I still, no, I don't know. I hate to give up pairs. I just do. And also with this 2026 card, you really don't want to give up flowers. What they say is hold on to your flowers in the beginning. And then as soon as possible, if you decide you don't need flowers, you discard these. You want to discard your flowers before people at the table decide they're going for a hand with flowers. Right now, everybody's still like, oh, all up in the air. And they're probably like, oh, I don't know what to do, you know? Okay, so now I'm going to discard these to my left, okay? And now we go to the next round. Remember that, now look how these have the little asterisks on them, because first round of the Charleston, right over left, on this pass, you can pass 1, 2, or 3 tiles. You do not have to pass 3. You have to pass 3 on this one and this one, but you do not have to pass it on this one. You have to pass 3. If you decide to go another round of the Charleston, you have to pass 3 here and here, but you can pass 1 to 3 here. And then this is an option. You don't even have to do this, but you can do up to 3. So they call this the blind pass. So let's just say, we're playing regular. And I've got my 3, I want to call them dice, my 3 tiles that I'm going to pass to my left. But let's just say I really only want to pass the north wind, okay? Well, this person over here still deserves to get 3, but they're only going to get 1 from me. So what I do is let's just pretend. Yeah. So anyway, let's just say my person to my right, she's passing me 3. I only want to pass 1. They call this the blind pass. Without looking, you don't get to look and choose. Wouldn't that be great? Without looking, I pass my 1 and 2 from hers, and then I got that one. Okay? If you were doing it in the, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. But anyway, so I don't have to put 3 here, but I'm gonna. Okay. Now, if I don't want to put 3, then I can't draw 3, right? If you only want to put 1 down, then that means I can only draw 1 for the next one. Okay, because otherwise it's not fair. But I'm going to do 3. Okay. Let's do, 3 more. 2 dot, nope, 9. See, look at this hand's shaping up. Oh no, that's a 1 bam bird. See, I always get confused on that. Okay, 1 bam bird, 1 bird. If it has a bird on it, it's a 1 bam bird. So I'm getting rid of those 2. And I'm going to get rid of, I'm looking at the hands. The dragons are D's. I don't need a dragon anywhere. I mean, it's pretty, but I don't need those. So I'm going to move those over here. And I'll get rid of those. Okay, now I'm going to draw 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 7, crack. South wind, west wind. Okay, now get rid of those 3. Draw 3 more. Ooh, got a joker. Okay, and I got a green dragon. This is the bamboo dragon. Bam, see? Then I got another 1 bam bird. And then I got a joker. Joy to the world for the joker. Cannot be used in a single or a pair. So like here where I have normally this, let's just say I didn't have that. That's a pair. Can't use a joker. Can't use a joker for a single number. Okay? All right. Only 3 or more. So I'm going to hold him off to the side over here. And now I'm going to pick 3 more that I don't want. Now this is the moment of truth. I'm pretty much committed to evens and odds, and I'm going to try to do this hand. There's other hands that have flowers in them that I could save that flower for, but if you'll notice, these have, okay, oh my gosh. Okay, let me just point this out. So like these have the pairs, right? But look over here. Because I already have a 7, 7, if I get another 5, I don't know. That's just an option that I could pivot to, but then I would need a flower. So I think the biggest question right now is, am I going to go with dots or am I going to go with cracks? I think it's pretty obvious. I'm going to go with cracks because I have more of them. So now what do I get rid of? I'll get rid of I don't want to get rid of a 3. Well, I don't have a 3. And I don't want to get rid of a 5 because what if I pull a 5 crack? Then I can do my 4 5s in my dots. I don't want to get rid of a 7. Wait, yes I do. I want to get rid of a 7 because I only have 1 7. But the 9, no, I don't know. Oh no, I see what I'm saying. I see what I'm saying. I have the pair, so I don't want to get rid of the 7, but I could get rid of the 9 also. All right, so right now, Here we go. I also would not pass this in a normal game because I don't want to give them the same number because they could do any like numbers. Sometimes you don't have a choice, you know? Okay, so now this is the optional one. I'm going to do it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 6, don't need it. 4, don't need it. 3, might need it. But now I have to figure out what am I going to discard. I'm going to discard. I'm just going to go with, oh gosh, see, I'm torn. No, I'm going to go with the flower. Just get rid of it. Okay. All right. Now these are, I'll show you what these 3 are for. So now you've finished the Charleston. Okay. Take these, dump them back in here. Okay. This bag is also from Amazon. Mix her back up again. Okay. Now, here's what you want to do. Now you're playing the real game. Every time, so I should have probably started with 14 tiles, but I didn't. Okay. Because then I would discard one to start the game, but okay. So here we go. I just drew a 1-band bird. I'm going to discard. Okay. Now I'm going to draw my next one. I got a west wind. I don't want it. I'm going to discard. Okay, we keep doing this and we keep filling up the board. We're going to fill up every single line. You want to try to hit Mahjong before you fill up the last. By the last line, you want to hit Mahjong. So I got north wind. We're not off to a great start. Got 2 dot. No. This might be a fast game, friends. Oops. I grabbed 2. Okay, joker, yay. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, keep you over here. I'll figure out a better way to do this next time. Maybe I need to turn it. Am I allowed to turn it while I'm... Oh, orientation is locked. All right, I'm learning. Next time I'll do it the long way. Okay? So you can see it better. All right, let's draw again. Sorry. And I promise I'm not peeking because listen, I've got contacts in. I got one eye that's long distance and one eye that's short, and I barely know what I'm doing here. Because the phone's in my way to see. But like when I'm looking at the phone, everything is fuzzy. So these are my first world problems. Okay. Now I'm getting a lot of cracks here so far. And I just started. It's fine. But I really might end up doing something like this. See how it's all one color? And this is all one color, but I would need two norths and souths, and I've already been giving them away, but okay. Oh, here's a hot tip. Okay, north and south will always, like, if you see north, the only other wind that will be in that hand will be south. East and west are together, and north and south are always together. Like over here. See? East and west. North and south. North and south will always be with odd numbers because there's an O in there. East and west will be with even numbers because there's an even in there. So there are no east and west. There are no east and west in the odd section. And there's going to be no north and south in the even section. Now you know. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Okay. Where am I at? You're going to count 1,000 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait, why do I have 15? 1, 2, 3. You're going to hear that a lot too. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Well, son of a gun. Okay, just to be fair, I'll put my joker back. That sucks, but I'll do it. And now I'm going to discard one, and I'm going to discard my... I'll discard my 9 dot. I don't know where I went wrong there. There's a lot going on. I'm going to have to change my setup because it's confusing. Okay, east. No. flower. But do I need a flower? Only if I do 1, 1, 3, 3, and then I have 5, 5, 5. No, but I only have 1, 5, and I only have 1, 3. I'm not doing that. I could do 5, 5, 7, 7, 9, 9, 9, but I don't have any dragons. Nope, flowers got to go. Bye. Okay. What's up? 6. Got to rack it. You got to rack it. You can't just like hold it and give it away. When you get it, just rack it before you even look at it. All right, so that's a 1 dot. I think I gave one of those away earlier. And I don't really need her because I don't need her because I'm not going to go for the Kong of 1s. I'll either go for 3s or I'll go for 7s. But see, I have 3 7s now that I don't need for that one hand. So again, I might do something different. 3 dots. All right. Crap. See, but look, so I've got double 3s, and then I've got a 3 and a dot, and I've got a 3 and a bam, and I have a joker that can be used with either one of those. So let me see what I'm going to do here. Belsy. I don't know, friends, because I just love that I have 3 7s. Oh, wait. No. Because see, I have 3 7s that I could do there. But I have 1 5, but I would have to do a different 9, which I gave away. And then 3s would have to be for a different suit. They'd have to be like for dots or for bams. And then I'd need 1s for those, which I gave away, a 1 bam and a 1 dot. Okay, I think I just have to stay the course with this one. Okay, so now what am I going to give away? I'm going to give away... Okay, and this is what Mahjong has taught me, okay? It has taught me, don't hang on to things because you think it's going to be something. You like just look at the reality. It's really a good lesson in life, okay? Since I already, oh God, I have all these 7s though. All right, I'm going to let go of a 5 because I'm not ready to let go of my 7s or my 3s yet. I'll let go of a 5, and now let's draw another. Give me something good. That's not it. No. Rack it before you look at it. 2. No. Now, some people just play until they get Mahjong. I'm not mad at that because, you know, it's just good practice. And it's good to practice the card. 9 bam, no. So sometimes, you know, I go till here and then I think to myself, oh, I wonder how much more I could have done or what. Okay, that's a 5 bam. No, I'm not doing 5s. I think I'm doing 3s or 7s, but I'm pretty sure I'm doing 3s. That's a 2 dot. Are you getting the gist? Oh, I got a joker back. Okay, I'll just put her over there. Let me see. Does anybody have a question? Oh, hi, Allison. Yes, you can rewatch. Yes, I got to quit this job. Okay, you'll pick up where you left off, Kathy. Not a problem. Wait, let me make sure I don't have 15 tiles again. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14, so I'd have to discard, and I'm going to let go of a 5. I lose track. Okay, 8. You know how like when your teacher used to write on the board and then they would write things weird because they were too close to it? That's how I feel right now. Green dragon. I don't need a green dragon. 9 dot. I don't need a 9 dot. 2 bam. Don't need 2 bam. Again, if you want these a board, this is from Solo Maj. I got that for free. But my sister makes some. Not with the scallops, but you can choose your background color and your, see how that's got like the teal and the white? You can do the different colors. So let me know. I'll get you in touch with her. Okay, so now I got another 7 dot. This is where, all right, I know for sure, pretty much know for sure. At this point, I'm not going to need 3 7s, so I'm going to get rid of this 7. 6, don't need it. Okay, one more. I didn't get it. I didn't get it, but I'm going to keep playing because I can. 5. Okay. 5, bam. Going to get rid of it. All right. So let's just keep going. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So I filled up my board. According to that game's rules, I did not get Mahjong. I did see another lady online. She's like, I just keep going till I get Maj. Okay, well, I'm going to keep going because it's good practice. Okay, so pull 1, 3 dot. Okay, that's really good. Look at that. I need 4 3 dots and I need 4 3 bams, but I can use jokers since I need 4 or more. So that means I am now, am I committed? I'm going to get rid of, because the line is here. It's 1 1 3 5 7 9, but you can do any of these numbers as a pair. I'm doing 3s as a pair, which means I'm going to need 4 3s and 4 3s of the different suits. Okay, so that means these are my discarded tiles. So I am going 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. Okay, I'm going to discard a 7 crack, and then I'm going to draw one. Another joker. Hot damn. Discard 7 dot. Draw another. 3 dot. What in the world? I'm on fire. Okay, mama is just doing it. Girls. Okay. Discard a 7 dot. Draw again. Soap. Discard that. Draw again. 9 bam. Discard that. Okay. All I need is a joker or a 3 dot or a 3 bam, and I've got Mahjong. I know, Belzy's so excited. What is it? 6 crack. I don't need it. Just, yeah, I don't have to line them up in sets of 3s. I just think it looks pretty. 4. Mahjong. I got it. Okay, so watch. Let me show you. This is how it goes. So when you call Mahjong, if you're playing with other people, then you boop, boop. Okay, so it's this line, 1 1 3 5 7 9. I did the pair instead of 1s. I did them as 3s. 1 3 3 5 7 9. That means I needed to have 4 3s. 4 3s in the bamboo in the bams and 3 dot 4. Okay, 4 of those. Yay, Mahjong! Yeah, I don't know what it is about this game. It resets my nervous system and it brings me joy. So anyways, friends, I will be doing more of these. I'm going to change my setup because I think if I set it up so that, hold on. If I set it up so that it's behind me, looking over my shoulder, or it's just looking down, doesn't have to look over my shoulder. I do have another, I have another ring light that like focuses down so you guys could just see all of this, and then I can just, that would be better. But I'm learning Mahjong, and I'm learning how to do that. And it's really, I'm not a game player. I have so much fun with this. What I love is that there's stuff for you to do even when it's not your turn. So you don't have to just sit there and just be like, wah, wah, waiting for, you know, Janet to hurry it up already. So there's stuff for you to do. It's very good for us as we age because we're learning new things, and it's really using up brain power. I told you I didn't think I was going to be able to learn how to do this. I really didn't. When I took the class, I thought, oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to learn it. And that was sad and scary for me because I've never said that about myself before, but I was like, I just don't think I can. It is not a problem. It is not a problem, and I love it so much. And you know, I think the added benefit is it's almost like a meditation in a way, because when you're doing this, in the beginning, you can't even really have conversations with other people. You have to wait till like you pause in the game to talk because you can't handle all of it. The more you do it, the better you're able to have conversations. But when you're doing this, you're so focused on it that you can't think about the stresses in your life, the things that are worrying you or whatever. So it's, even though you're using your brain, it is mental rest from what ails you, what bothers you. So I just can't recommend it enough. And so this is today's tablescape, but come back because I'll do it again and I'll show you. I have a few other sets of tiles that I can share with you, and maybe 1 or 3 or 15 mats I can show you too. So very excited about that. Also, as I'm looking at the shine on my face, we did a live this morning doing makeup on every Friday. I go live on Facebook. Kathy, I forgot to do the e.l.f. powder to compare it to the Givenchy loose powder. So we're going to have to do that next week. I'll also make I'll make a video about that. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, friends. This was a lot of fun. I'm probably going to keep playing, but I'm going to let you go, and I'll see you next time. Bye. How do I turn it off? I don't know.